Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I just am jumping on today to talk a little bit about resetting your day. And I think any of us that are business owners have encountered something that suddenly kind of creates havoc in our day. Maybe we are overwhelmed with something. Maybe an unexpected call comes in from a client. You have to stop doing what you're doing and you need to go to that because it's more of an emergency situation. Maybe you stop and have a meeting in the middle of the day. Sometimes I have meetings in the middle of the day for a couple hours, and then that throws my schedule off. And it could be anything that really just, maybe just makes your day go off what you were planning. And as entrepreneurs, I talked last week a lot about being adaptable and flexible. So a lot of times we can do that, but then it's a matter of then how do you reset your day? Like once you've been kind of thrown off your game, how do you reset it? So number one, you can take a short break. So a lot of times I might walk to a different part of my office, maybe walk outside. If my dogs are with me in my office, take my dogs out just to get a little, fresh air, breath, walk around. But that short break can help reset, especially if you've been working like nonstop. That's the other thing. Like maybe you're working nonstop and you're really, motivated to stay on task, but just taking that short break can bring new life, new energy, all that type of thing. Number two, prioritize your tasks. So if you get off track, a lot of times it's just a matter of prioritizing your tasks. So maybe whatever you wanted to get done that day isn't going to happen entirely, but prioritize your tasks. So reevaluate what you need to get done and then figure out, okay, I've gotten this done and this done. So, but these things have to get done today, and flip them to the top of the list. And maybe there's some things that can go to tomorrow. So, reset your task list essentially. Number three, practice some kind of stress management, some meditation, some mindfulness. It's really whatever works for you. Because if you're going to tell me like, hey, you got to meditate for 20 minutes, I'm probably going to say like, maybe not. I can do some visualization for 10 minutes or so, but whatever works for you. So sometimes that just short break to reset. I also do some, this thing called Brain Tap, which is, helps. It's almost like a biohacking thing. So it's kind of cool. I often we'll do it at night before I go to sleep because it helps me sleep better. So whatever works for you as far as like mindfulness, meditation, going for a walk, something like that helps you reset your day. Change your physical activity. So this is interesting because a lot of times I do the same thing. I do a lot of walking outside and because I like the impact of nature, and luckily I live in a southern climate, so I don't have to deal with snow and ice and all that crap. Sorry for those of you who are watching this that do have to deal with that, but I like to walk outside, but sometimes that becomes old for my body. So changing up my schedule a little bit. So last week I finally got back to the gym a couple of times, which was awesome. So change up your physical activity. Maybe do some yoga, go to the gym in the middle of the day, do something in the middle of the day, all those things you can do. And then finally adjust your environment. So sometimes we just need a fresh look at things. Maybe you've been in your office like all day and you're like, oh. Have you ever felt that way? I mean, sometimes I feel like that. I've just been there and I'm just like, I'm tired of looking at these four walls and the stuff on my desk. And let me just go to a cafe maybe and just change it up. Now I need to, because I work off a bigger screen here. So things I would do in a cafe, it kind of limits what I would do. But as long as I, again, prioritize my schedule and figure out what I can do in the cafe, I could save that maybe for the end of my day or the beginning of my day, whichever one works, and get those things done in the cafe. And it just changes up the look and the feel and everything. And it helps you reset your day, maybe with some new energy. So those are the 5 things I would suggest. Again, take a short break, prioritize your tasks, practice some kind of mindfulness meditation, change your physical activity up, and then adjust your environment. Those are great things to reset your day. And as an entrepreneur, that's one of the things we have to make happen, because sometimes you can go down a rabbit hole of whatever it is, or maybe you get off track, you go and have lunch with a client, or maybe have lunch with a friend. And then you're like, oh, do I really want to go back to work? But you have this laundry list of things to get done. So it's just, how do I reset my day, get back on track, and make the most out of it and get things done? So I hope this was helpful for someone. If you are watching on replay, drop a comment in the chat. That would be awesome. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.